Guys, how are you? It's Thursday again, and you know what that means? Throwback Thursday. And for today's video, I am actually gonna do some sort of a tribute for one of the rescue influencers who sadly passed away because of the online bullying she has received in trying to in doing rescues. So if you don't know what this is Miss Michaela from Fox. I actually not an avid viewer of her channel, but I have come across some of Finnegan the Fox videos like during pandemic, and sometimes I actually just watch Finnegan because I really do love his laugh. And for today's palette, I'm going to use this Perfect Diary Red Fox palette. Because can you see that fox? It kind of reminds me of Finnegan. I mean the colors, and I actually really like this palette. And this palette is still available, but it's not available currently on Shopee or Lazada, which is makes it for me not available anymore. But it's available under on their official website. So if you are outside, maybe like Southeast Asia, or if you want to spend more on their website rather than online stores like Shopee on Lazada, like get this palette. You can get there. So this is the palette. Obviously, cover would be a red fox, but what I love about this palette is the packaging itself is very detailed. Like some of the details in here have this kind of like a scratchy texture, which is really good for ASMR. And the back is actually also textured. It's actually textured. It is one of the most expensive beauty palettes I own. Sadly, I only own one palette from this brand, but I would have loved to have that crocodile palette, which they already phased out. It's like this green kind of swimpy color story. And they also have this another one that's like cool toned. The ones that actually have stayed in their makeup line are this warm tones kind of vibe. But this series actually started as a collaboration with the Discovery Channel, and then after that collaboration, they actually continued this palette and made more color stories based on a certain animal, which I notice are more of like the wild animals. So this is the palette, Fox palette. So this is the color story. As you can see, it's very warm. It's a warm tone, leaning to a more of a cool, neutral color story, but it has this pop of like red and oranges, and this are really interesting. Like it's dominantly like gold with this. I don't know, like why is it like that? Like it's just a line. Why did they just put this like equal? I don't know what's with this palette, but yeah, this is a color story, and I have actually used the red toned eyeshadows in here to create this look. If you are interested in the swatches and how I made this vampy kind of smoky look, then just keep on watching the palette. It's a tin palette. I'm not really sure how much gram per shadow, or maybe like around 1.1, something like that. So I'm gonna give a closer look of this palette. Yeah, as you can see, this palette contains 6 matte, which actually this one is a red matte with gold glitters, but when you apply this to the eyes, it doesn't really show up. This one is more of like a satin, kind of a beige, and then these two are actually glitter toppers. Like, yep, Can you see they are not really pigmented, but they are really, really gorgeous. Glittery topper, and this is one of the most interesting shades I have ever seen across my eyeshadow palette collection because of this split pan, but the split is not even. As you can see, this is like some sort of a gold shade, and then this one's like light yellow. So they are of different tones, and let me swatch you these shadows properly. And then this is the only proper shimmer, and then this one looks like a shimmer, but it's like a really, really hard pressed kind of like cream like uh shimmer that's not really pigmented. It actually has heart. And so let me start first with the first four in here. I'm actually just gonna put this in here. So gonna swatch the first three. Again, this is the oh my god, what? It's an awkward angle. I'm so sorry. So this is the kind of like a satin shimmery. I mean satin beige, and then this is the glittery beige, and then this is the warm light brown shadow, and these are the next three. Then this is the matte orange, and then this is the matte red with gold glitters, and this is the shimmery brown that I said is not really pigmented. I don't know if it's a hard pan or it's just that way. Because this palette's like getting really old. I bought this palette like way back in 2022. Maybe that's why. And then the next three in here are these. I'm gonna put this in here. So this is the only proper shimmer in this palette, and then this is the other light shadow, but it's more on peachy beige, and then this is the kind of like a muted red shadow. Then the next three, so these are them. This is the darkest shadow in this palette, and then this is what the oh my god, I'm so sorry for the hair. This is what the split pan eyeshadow looks like when combined, and then this is the other glittery topper, which is a little darker than the first one. I love that this darker shadow is more of a cool tone. So I'm gonna give you a closer look of this. So for today's look, I actually wanna play with the red tones on this eyeshadow palette. I actually played with the oranges on my shorts yesterday, so you can see what I did there. Today I want to focus on the red. Priming my eyes with my favorite eye primer. For my crease, I actually want to use again this shadow for my transition. And my brushes are dirty, but I'm actually going to clean them after I open this one. So the mattes in here actually really good and they're one of the most pigmented shadows. I realized I haven't clipped my microphone yet, but I hope you heard what I said earlier. I'm sorry about that. So the shadows in here, the mattes in here are really good. They are really pigmented and they are easy to work with, but they are kind of powdery because they are not hard pressed. But usually when a matte eyeshadow is not hard pressed, they are really pigmented. I'm not really sure what's the science about that, but yeah, that's what usually what happens. And sometimes hard pressed eyeshadows do not really come off as pigmented as the loose ones. It's like a reddish brown. This is called Volpez. Um, I want to see how pigmented this is. Oh yeah, it's a mid-tone kind of a reddish brown. Realized I was so out of frame, like I was in the left side of the screen, so I moved and hopefully I'm on the right frame. So yeah, for my outer V, I'm gonna smoke on my outer V with this red with gold glitters. I actually have done this look like way back in 2023 and I cannot remember exactly the shades that I used, but I remember I used this on my outer V and I honestly think that this shade is my favorite in this palette. You see that? You guys, look at this one. I love that it's red, but it's not like a bloody red. It's and I'm tempted to put this all over my lids actually and just do like an all matte look. Ooh, it's so gorgeous. I like this red. Ooh. And I'm actually gonna do this red also in my lower lash line, but I'm just gonna do like half. And then I'm gonna go back to that second shadow I used just to blend it with a red one. And then as usual, just gonna, oh, I love this look. It's giving vampire vibes. Oof. Sadly, this palette doesn't really have that proper shimmer except for this one. And I really don't want to do this again because I've already used that yesterday. I want to do something different. Maybe I can use something red. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna go grab this palette. This is one of the palettes, including in my pan, those eyeshadows. And I haven't actually used this two yet, so I guess I'm just gonna use this two. Wait, let me swatch. So these are my choices. This one's a little too poppy. Oh my god. One's a little like muted. Uh, I think I'm gonna go for this. Da, da, da. Ooh, too much. Whatever is on the top. Actually, I'm gonna put this here. Yeah, that one. Just gonna put this. Da 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 da. Ooh, stunning. Da, da, da. And then I'm just gonna do it at the same time on my Aegisol. Ooh, I love the glitteriness. Just gonna do simple. I'm going back to this palette and going on with this highlighter shade. This is actually one of the shades shadows I am currently working on for my Fandos eyeshadows. And spoiler alert, I'm gonna be hitting pan on this so soon, so it will most probably stay for the next round. Try to do something simple to just tie up this. Going for this dark brown shadow that I am also currently working on for my Pandos eyeshadows, just to well, I'm not really into wind liners because they look really weird on my eyes for some reason. I'm just gonna do a straight just to give structure on my I mean like more definition on my eyes with the hair down. So guys, this is the finished look. I really like the red eyeshadow that I used dominantly on my eyes, and that glittery topper added the icing to this look. I feel like I look like an idol, but at the same time, it's giving like a vampire. So yeah, I thank you so much, you guys, for watching this video, and I hope to see you on the next one. Take care, stay safe, and have a blessed week. Bye.